Oh, hi, Megyn Kelly. Hi, Megyn Kelly. The hell? Why does it make noise, man? Okay, I don't know why. I don't know what's making noise. It's people. I haven't been having any notices, and now all of a sudden I get notices. Strange, man. Strange. Okay, Megyn Kelly. Hello, my darling. Are you married? Probably married, huh? Oh, good one's take it. No. I just want to say hi. Hi. Okay, so I watched a video with Judge Nepalitano. Great commentary. Fantastic. I have to say, I want to say something to everyone on Fox News. I think in the past I scorched you. Don't think, but I believe in the past. I believe in the past I scorched you, said some bad things. I want to apologize. You know, I have to say, you guys are doing a good job. I believe you guys are doing a really good job. And now, I don't believe well, I guess, your hands are somewhat tied, I know. Hands are somewhat tied. So, whew. Oh, let me put on the light. Okay, it's probably better. Okay. Okay, I don't know. I don't think, you don't need this. No, we don't need this. No. Oh my God. Okay. Well, I don't got a damn producer, Fox News producer over here. I don't have a nice Megyn Kelly throne. Well, Judge, I want a little stool. Well, I think I need this light. I'm sorry. I don't know what this is going to look like. I hope it's not all. I don't know what it's going to look like, Megyn. Yeah, I just got this light today, so we'll see how it works out, I guess. Okay, so Megyn, I heard you say. You said maybe we'll get some answers about the emails and the Clinton Foundation issue. Besides the usual rhetoric. Okay, so as I looked around to find the most a challenging case to prove my worthiness to be a competent litigator or a competent representative of the human race. Of course, like what I say, Hillary Clinton it's just getting attacked on all sides. I said, well, what could be a more challenging challenge? What could be a more challenging challenge than trying to defend Hillary Clinton? And I said, well, if I can defend Hillary Clinton, then I believe I should be able to prove to American people and hopefully the rest of the world that I'm competent to do my job. All right, so that's what I'm doing, okay? Don't forget, it has nothing to do with I like Hillary Clinton, I don't like Hillary Clinton, I like what she stands for, I don't like what she stands for. No, basically, She never asked me to represent or anything like that. No one ever asked me to represent them, or I simply just I looked for an example, and I saw Hillary Clinton. So I decided to give it a shot. What the hell? What the hell? Did you like my poem I wrote, Megan? Huh? What's a little poem? You know, it's funny. Oh, I forget that. Okay, so what was the question? Okay, you and the judge talking? No. Hi, Judge Nepalitano. Um, maybe we'll get some answers decided. Basically, the usual rhetoric. So, I had written something earlier. I was trying to. I was wondering. Okay, first of all, what could be so horrible that somebody will go to the lengths of using this bleach point program to erase servers so you couldn't go back through the hard drive and look at the imprint or whatever, and however they do it. I don't know Robert Snowden, obviously. What could be so horrible? What could be so damaging? What could be so that someone would go to these great lengths to erase this information? Now, if it's even true, we don't know if it's true. All right. It's hard to tell what's true, what's not. I never met Hillary Clinton. I never met Hillary Clinton. I never met you. Okay, so if you come along and you say, well, the FBI says this. First of all, I never met the FBI agent. I never met you, and I never met Hillary Clinton. So I never met all those people involved. Okay? I'm just going by what I see on the phone. All right? Another thing is I don't believe the newscasts are produced in some building. You drive by a news station, and someone believes that there's people in there sitting at an anchor desk making news. I don't believe that's necessarily true. I believe that you could be a hologram. You could be in an underground bunker. You could be on another planet. You could be in another dimension. You could be in an underground city. You could be a, any person. I'm not saying you, because but I'm just saying. I'm just using you for an example. But okay, so we have certain technology as far as like Photoshop goes and on. Okay, this is little nursery school technology. Okay, I believe there's advanced races in the other dimensions that have great capabilities as far as producing all kinds of videos or anything. You know, so it's hard to believe what's really true and what's not. But I don't believe that there's people in news. I don't believe that if you drive by a news station, there's someone in there making news. No, I don't believe at this point. If the media people were in a news station making news, I believe that at this point that's not occurring. So if you are a real person, which you appear to be like an actual person, you could be anywhere. Not in, but probably not in a building among the, population of, among the major population. Put that way. There's too many things can happen right now. Things are too there. I'm not there. I'm in another. My body's in a tomb somewhere. It's probably a wire connected to my head. I could have been in there for hundreds of years. Now it doesn't mean that avatars haven't been created, because I believe I lived as all these people. I believe that it was JFK. I believe I was Adolf Hitler. I believe that I was this person, that person, possibly Abraham Lincoln. So I believe I have lived as all these people. It's possible I've lived as all these people. Okay. But that's not really my body. It's just my spirit that was put into, however, I was born, or I was created as a clone, or whatever. Okay. So obviously, I'm the morning star. So what's a star? It's a light. It's something that people see as a light, but it's like a ship, I believe, that just has a light that is follows a certain path, or is stuck in an orbit around something. Or I believe that people are under some kind of glass ceiling, and there's a fake moon and a fake star. You're in a giant trouble bubble and it just spins around. That's why they call it the whirl. It's not called world. It's called whirl. The whirl, because you spin around. I believe there's 10 dimensions. And it's not sideways, up and down. It's like balls inside of a tube. Or not really balls, but they're like balloons, And inside the balloon is another balloon. Inside the balloon is another balloon. That's the theory of people that live in Middle Earth. They don't actually live in, it's like another balloon, vortex, television tube, whatever. I say, what's your reality? Well, you basically reverse engineer a television, and that's your reality. You live in a tube. Okay? That's similar to what I believe it actually is. All right, so boom. So now, I'm existing in a never-ending nightmare. I'm in a dream world, and everything I see is not really real. It's just a figment of my imagination. So basically, I am basically living the American dream, because everything is supposed to resemble America. And I'm living a dream. So basically, I am a legend in my own mind, like for real. I'm a legend in my own mind, like for real. It's just, I am legend. Why do I say that? Because I'm a legend in my own mind. But I believe that I am actually who I say I am, because of all the things that people have told me. Well, not told me, because the gang stalker people don't tell you nothing. They say things, but they don't explain anything, because they want you to get mad and react so that they can put you in prison, because they work with the police. So police rule the world, basically. They can destroy your life in a split second. Once they lock you up, you lose everything. You lose your home, you lose your wife, you lose your kids, you lose everything you ever had. You lose it, because not too many people can afford to bond out or bail out. That's a small percentage of people that get locked up can afford to do that. So small percentage of people can afford a lawyer. It's basically screwed. Once they put those cuffs on, that's it. Your life's over until you get out, and then you got to start again from square one. Unless you got someone that really cares about you, who's willing to go pick up the pieces for you, which very few people have. Okay, so boom. So the question was, well, what other answer could we get besides the usual rhetoric? So now I started confirming the Bible, because I taught the whole Bible on YouTube and all the videos with all the chapters of the New Testament and everything. So I went through the whole Bible. I said, I wonder if I confirmed it. well, confirm, decode like Illuminati people or lead people or any people that are aware how to do it. They'll write something in there, but that's not really what it means. It needs to be confirmed or decoded to get the true meaning of the message. So I started doing with the Bible, and I found out there's treasure maps in there. There's history in there that's not been told to the public. There's all kinds of shit in there. Okay. So I said, well, damn, maybe I could do it with songs. So I started doing songs, and sure enough, basically every song is a treasure map. If you know how to decode it, you get the information where the treasure is. So I started doing that. So then I found a whole bunch of treasures. But then when I went to go get them, no one's interested in you digging up their yard or looking there or whatever. Now, as all the dimensions pretty much mirror each other, not totally, but for the most part, mirror each other. So the treasure could be in that location, but it might not be in this that dimension or frequency that you're inhabiting. Might be another frequency, but it's in the same place, but it's in another frequency. Okay. Regardless, I figured, well, let me give it a shot, see if I can actually find something. So I found a whole bunch of treasures, but then when I went to see if I could get out of them, they're all on private property, and no one's willing to let you look, and they just believe you're a coconut and just tell you get out of my yard or I'm calling the police or whatever. So I just gave up. I said, well, fuck it. Why should I do that? Unless someone gives me authority, I'm not gonna even go to someone's house and rely on the person going to let me look a lot. Nah, if I go there, I'm gonna get the treasure, and I can't rely on if you're gonna say yes or no. No, I need some kind of authority to just go there and get it, because there's too much time involved, there's too much resources involved. It's not worth it to just go there and have someone tell you no. So that's that. Now, as far as your question goes, I'm leading up to an answer for you. So why would people feel the need to establish foundations or other private funds or basically large sums of money that are have been put up in some kind of fund or foundation? Why would people feel the need to do that? And why would people feel the need to hide all this money and gold all over the place? Why? I'll tell you why. What happens when people go to church? What's the rule? You tithe 10% of your income, weekly income. Whatever you made that week, you're supposed to give 10% in the church. Okay, but the church is a scam. Scam, and it's designed to infest you with the vile spirits, Jehovah, and the virus, program virus. Because you live in a quantum generated program, so there's a computer virus in there. That's a symbolism in Aliens, that's a symbolism in The Matrix, all kinds of symbolism, all kinds of movies, confirming that fact that there's a computer virus. And then if you go into you have a spiritual side, and you go into the Twilight Zone, and you see a snake made out of water, that's a virus. So most likely it means that the virus inhabits our spiritual makeup and our water cells. As we're made of most of water, the virus inhabits the water cells in our bodies. It's not a spirit per se. It resembles a spirit, but it's a computer virus. So what is a computer virus designed to do? Destroy your computer. So what's this virus designed to do? Kill everything that in the vortex. Kill everything. Everything. It'll pitch one person against another person, one country against another country, one race against another race until everybody's dead. Okay, that's symbolism. When Hollywood made a movie and they're gunfight and everybody kills each other, because that's symbolism. Okay, boom. So now we have the scam of giving the church 10%. Okay, that's supposed to be my money. Every cent that's given to the church is supposed to be for me. So it's for me. So what happened through these years? Well, a lot of people didn't trust the church, and they didn't trust banks, and so what they do, instead of giving the church the 10%, they're supposed to go to me because they know the church is a scam. They're a bunch of fucking dirtbags, and they just hoard all the money. I mean, look at the Vatican, reportedly to hoard all kinds of money. The Vatican was supposed to reportedly to hoard all this fucking gold and all this money, but meanwhile, there's millions of homeless people and people poverty-stricken all over the place. And between the Vatican and the Queen of England, they could erase poverty and homelessness all over the world in a split second. But they don't do it. Why don't they do it? They're hoarding this wealth. So why do people feel the need to hide all this money and gold all over the place that I found? I already found a whole bunch of treasures and shit. I just can't. I actually went there and I actually seen. Let me give you an example. There's a lake. So I became aware of this treasure. So I went to the spot where I thought the treasure was. And the information said that there's wires that are attached to the roots of the cypress trees, and the wire goes into the lake, and that's where the treasure is. It's connected to the wire. So what I do, I went to the place, and sure enough, there's a wire. Looks like it's been there for a couple hundred years, and it's attached to the roots of the tree. But of course, over the hundreds of years, all the roots have grown over it, so it's just going into the roots. It's not it's going in underneath there. Okay, so now I know that most likely there's something on the end of that wire. I mean, the wire is like this big, and it looks like it's been there for a couple hundred years. And a wire, if it's made with the proper material, is that big, it could last a couple hundred years. So there's a little confirmation that, yeah, I believe there's something there. But of course, you can't do anything about it because it's on private property, and nobody wants you doing anything without authority. If you don't go there with the police or whatever, then you're gonna have some kind of problem. And I even went I find out now, when finding out where the treasure is, you find out that who put it there, and if there's any of those people still living in the area, what's their names. So I found all this information. Okay, so I'm trying to lead up to an answer to what your question is. Okay, so now we have people hiding money and gold all over the place. We have pastors of churches that hid money and gold in the windowsills, in the steeples, in other places. Now you have the parishioners in the church don't trust the banks, and they wanted to leave this money for the Lord when He came, because people believe that the Lord's going to come, which is me, and I'm going to come. Okay, so now you have all these caches of money and gold, and a lot of them I believe are in gravestones, and that's why people go around tip over gravestones, because they're looking for money and shit, because they know what's in there. They don't know exactly which stone it is because they don't have the wisdom to know how to find it. I do. I know the people that I discovered, all the people that recorded this information and carried on all this information, and basically I know books that I could get that are basically straight up treasure maps for like thousands of treasures. Plus between all the sources that I've become aware of, I could basically create an algorithm, that would work with a GPS system that would just show me where every single treasure is. I won't even have to look for it. I won't even have to decode or confirm any type of information. I won't have to read any books. I'll just compile all the information and create an algorithm, and it would just tell me where all the treasures are. Okay, but of course I need a computer whiz person to do that. Of course, I couldn't do that, but I know all the sources to put into the. You understand? Okay, so boom. So you got people that left money with their pastors when they died to put in their gravestones, whatever. They have people that, so all along the people are trying to give the 10%, but they don't want nobody to steal it. They want it to go to the Lord. They really want it to go to me because I'm the Lord. So they want me to get this wealth, okay? When I come, they want me to have the wealth, okay? So I asked myself, why would people feel the need to create these foundations, mass huge wealth, but they try to keep it quiet. They don't want everyone to know about it. And then a lot of them get in trouble. They get found out that they got these foundations, whatever. So there's always people looking for these foundations and looking for this money and whatever. So now we got the issue of apparently, allegedly, the Clinton Foundation has some kind of foundation that has some welfare, some money in the foundation, like a good amount of money. So the answer I came up with was that people that create these foundations the reason could be to keep the wealth safe. Now, let's just say hypothetically, Clinton Foundation. Let's just say hypothetically, or any foundation. Let me not say Clinton, but any foundation. What if you have a group of elite people, and they want to have money available for me when I come, or if somehow they could get it to me before I come to, or whatever. So it's very possible that if there's a Clinton Foundation with all kinds of money in there, the reason this money is there is for me when I come. And it's the 10% that people have been given every week. And I believe there's a lot of foundations been created for this reason. Okay, it's the same thing. People hiding treasures, or people giving their money to their pastor, or people hiding their money in the gravestones, or whatever. It's the same thing. The same thing. That's that's a possible reason for, you understand what I'm saying? So now, let me read you what I wrote down here. Okay, here's another thing. Maybe someone wanted to do something about this horrible injustice of robbing the taxpayers of billions and billions of dollars and claiming to allegedly send these funds to a coppersmith hybrid race bloodline of parasitic monkey filth that are reportedly now and have been committing one of the most horrible atrocities and genocides ever committed in all of existence. That is the Jews killing the Palestinians, okay? Behind the scenes are negative entities and hidden races that lord over those who find themselves in places of power. These places of power are highly sought after and dominated by these negative entities. Okay? Okay, so the places of power are dominated. Okay, so you got a politician person that's in a place of power. So they got a lot of power. And now, of course, basically, the United States is one giant corporation. So it's facilitated by corporate entities. So everything's a corporate structure. Of course, the public doesn't know that, but it's a corporate structure. So you got lobbyists, you got giant corporate entities. And of course, it's a corporate structure, so who's ever in power has the ability to sway anything in their favor. Okay? So that any politician, person, or person in place of power becomes a target for these negative races. There's all kinds of negative races that, live just high. They live under the ground. They live, in Middle Earth, wherever they live, or they interdimensional capabilities. They go in and out of your dimension. There's dimensional doorways. There's stargates. You understand? So these entities lord over anybody who finds himself in a place of power. All right? So, the people that find themselves in these precarious positions become at risk to harm in many ways. Okay, you become at risk to harm in many ways. They're cloned. One of their, they might have 3 or 4 other clones in a cloning center. And they hold the clone hostage, and they tell the people, well, if you don't fucking do what we say, we're going to electrocute your clone, and you're going to die from heart attack, you're going to die from aneurysm, we could kill you all